Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's Rowdy Roundtable discussion with our friend Anne-Marie Rhodes.
Where?
Right there, right next to me, to my right.
Okay.
Former
Hi,
Miss
guys.
Sprint Cup and vaunted NASCAR expert and friend of Rowdy, I might add.
Yeah,
we
of
also have
course.
Buzz Cutler to my left.
I don't like Rowdy at all. I'm no Rowdy's friend.
Well, you need to start acting nicer, Cutler. My name is Bass Masters, and we're talking about the 2010 season.
Yeah.
We're still looking back.
Looking back.
Yeah.
And
Not ready
today's
for the holiday just
not
right
quite,
yet.
but today's topic is the biggest surprises of the year 2010. And Anne-Marie, you're our guest.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you go first?
I think for me the biggest surprise of this year would definitely have to be the turnaround at RCR.
Who
I
saw that
loved it.
coming?
I know. I think it's great. I think what Kevin Harvick's done this year has been amazing. What Clint Boyer has done has been amazing. I love that Gil Martin has won, all those awards of crew chiefs for the year. I think that's great. I like it. I can't wait to see what they're going to do next year.
It'll be interesting. I think we just, on the Rowdy podcast, went back and listened to the California race, and that was the race. We saw Kevin do very well at Daytona, maybe the best car at Daytona. He came out of California, downforce racetrack, and he was the best car there. And that, to me, was the biggest part of the surprise at Childress, was the fact that they performed on the downforce tracks.
Right.
We know they can run well on the short tracks, but they came out and started performing very well on the on the downforce tracks, and Kevin even won at Michigan.
Right, and the question, the conversation was, all right, who's going to be the dominant team? Is Hendrick going to maintain their dominance, or is Joe Gibbs Racing or Roush Fenway Racing going to unseat them? That was the conversation.
Right.
And Richard Childress Racing was not part of the conversation, and they actually, you could argue that they were the dominant team of 2010.
And what's so great, too, is that the top three were different teams. I think that
Unlike
made it amazing.
2009.
Right.
Which brings me to my surprise.
Yeah.
There's one obvious surprise, but I'm going to let you have that one.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm nice
What
that
if,
way.
what if that's
That
not
is
the
so
one I
nice.
want?
Well, you're going to have to take it anyway.
Yep.
The surprise I'm thinking about has to do with Jimmy Johnson's 5th title.
Okay.
Because, it was surprising in a way that he's able to win 5 in a row.
But it was
having won
also
4 in
not
a row,
surprising.
it wasn't that
Right,
surprising. What
right.
surprised me
It's impressive.
was that he won that 5th title and not a single other Hendrick Motorsports driver won a race. Jeff Gordon didn't win a race.
Yeah.
Mark Martin didn't win a race. And Dale Jr. didn't win a race either, Anne-Marie. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was almost more surprising that Mark Martin didn't win based on the season he came off of in
Absolutely.
All those
2009.
poles and all those wins, and
Yeah.
they really, the team didn't have the advantage that they had in 2009.
And there were so many times this year that a lot of people were like, this is Gordon. He's going to take it this weekend. He's my pick this weekend. And it never happened.
I made him a pick at least 4 times, especially early in the year. We
Right,
talked about Las
right.
Vegas. He had the dominant car at Las Vegas, was not able to win there. I think he ran pretty well at Texas when he got into a thing with Jimmy, which
Boys
was another.
have at it.
Boys have at it, which
Boys
was
have at it,
interesting.
right.
Jeff Gordon getting in all those spats.
Right,
Jeff Gordon wrecking everyone at Sonoma and getting into it with Jimmy, and then him and Jeff Burton.
Matt
duking it out.
Kenseth.
Jeff Burton. Oh, my gosh.
And Matt Kenseth at Martinsville. Now, Jeff versus Matt Kenseth may not be as surprising. They've had their run-ins
Right,
before, but
right.
I think the amount that Boys Have At It permeated the series, and that's not going to be my surprise because you wanted me to take a different one. So
Well, I'm sorry.
I think the biggest surprise of the season, and I can't see how anybody could say otherwise, has to be the performance of Jamie McMurray.
Oh, definitely.
Basically drummed out of Roush Fenway Racing. It was just not a good fit, not a good culture. Goes back home to Earnhardt Ganassi Racing, and we thought, well, maybe he'll be more comfortable there. Maybe he'll perform a little bit better. But 3 wins and 4 poles.
And think of the wins.
And the wins. Yeah, let's talk about where they were at, too.
Daytona.
It was like, hello, I just
The
won Daytona
Brickyard.
500. Oh, wait, and now I'm
Charlotte.
going to kiss the bricks. And then I'm going to go home and win as well.
Right.
Not only that, but think about how he
Jamie.
did in some of the other big races. He was
Right.
second at Darlington.
Right.
He was second in the 600. He was third in the Bristol night race. Those are the biggest races of the year as standalone races, and he ran top 3 in pretty much all of them.
I think Christmas is going to be really good at the McMurray
I
household.
know, maybe he should go to Vegas and gamble.
And he's got a new daughter, son.
He is a child.
child.
He has
A
a new
child has been
child.
born.
Right. So, Jamie McMurray in the chase,
I think-
2011.
It's going to be tough. The thing is interesting about Earnhardt Ganassi is they've got a lot of speed.
Right.
Juan Pablo didn't finish very well this year, but he was fast. Jamie was fast, but not consistent enough.
Well, there's something to say, too, about it being in his head now. Now he's confident, and now it's like, bring on 2011. Wouldn't it help you if you just won the big 3 races like that? And then the next season, it's like, I'm making the chase this year.
It has helped.
Watch out.
It has helped.
Not only that, but I think it's like for him, and really Juan Pablo too, it's this consistency is what you need to just take a step back and say, look, we have to have some decent finishes on days when maybe we
Right.
don't have race-winning vehicles. We can't be wrecking out or running so poorly that we finish 28th, 35th, 41st. You know, we just can't
Right.
have those. And if we do that, we've got plenty of speed to make the chase. And then
Right.
we'll just let the cards fall where they may.
It's interesting to compare Jamie McMurray to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Because you figure in both these cases, they didn't just forget how to drive a
No,
race car.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
Jamie McMurray,
right.
when he was at Roush, didn't forget how to drive a race car, just like Dale Earnhardt Jr. hasn't forgotten how to drive a race
And
car.
couldn't you
Hendrick-
make the argument that, oh, well, Jamie McMurray got flummoxed by the car tomorrow? Well, I guess that's not the truth because he
Right.
won 3 races in the thing last
Right.
year.
So the change
Every
of
problem that
scenery-
you
I see where
said
you're going with it,
Junior
but-
has, you could say that Jamie had,
Yeah.
right? You
Right.
could have said that
Yeah.
Jamie had, and it
Right.
turns out not to be the case.
Yeah.
He just wasn't a good fit for Roush.
Well, so
Which brings up another question.
I wonder will it be more surprising if he doesn't make the chase next year
Jamie?
than if he does?
I mean, Jamie's never made the chase, and he's been close a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that says.
next year, his year.
All
I
right,
think
Deb.
so. I'm going to say yes.
All right,
Yeah.
Anne-Marie's.
That's my. I'm
Anne-Marie
yes.
says you're in, Jamie.
Jamie,
Yeah,
so
you're
you got
in.
it. You got it.
Don't let her down.
Locked in, buddy.
All right, that has been your Rowdy Roundtable with our special guest, Anne-Marie Rhodes, and my friend,
Aw.
Buzz Cutler.
That's so nice.
My name is
So
Leonard
sweet.
Bassmasters. We will see you next time right here on the program.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.